So one of the things I'm quite excited about now the house sale has all gone through as well is upgrading these. And I don't know what this colour variety is, but that's really not really pretty. Our male is now having a heavy molt. You can see, look at all those pin feathers. She ran through my legs and she disappeared over here. To be the wrong side of the fencing. Come on. Come on. Good boy, Jock. You'd miss one, Jock. You gonna get her? You missed. She's still over there. Do we need to go? To go around. Don't let her go around the corner. There you go. I'm almost fairly 90% certain now that Eve and Pie are pregnant, which is great. So behind me is the scene of an incident, and as you can see, a lot of this vegetation is all stood down and the brambles here are all bashed. I'm going to let you in on a little secret to what happened. So here are our pheasant aviaries, and if you look into this pheasant aviary, there's our golden pheasant. I'm going to open the door so you can see him. There he is. But you may realise somebody is absent, and that is the hen. Our male is now having a heavy molt. You can see, look at all those pin feathers. So he is going to molt out from his juvenile plumage to his beautiful adult plumage, but alas, there's not going to be a hen to see it for a little while, and that, my friends, is because she escaped. We put some plants in there and they basically nibbled them, so I went in to take the plants out, and as I turned around and came out the door, she ran through my legs and she disappeared over here, quick as a flash. And unfortunately, she has not returned. We did think, because she has been laying, if we left she might come back, but no, she is completely gone. So now we are down to just our one male golden pheasant. There is an egg in there. I'm going to grab that egg and we're going to shove it in the incubator. So as you can imagine, I was absolutely mortified. I couldn't believe it. She's just come to the end of her laying season, so there aren't really any more eggs that we could throw in the incubator, and she was gone. I just thought, oh, why? As it happens, the following day, well, so I went on Facebook because I knew she was gone. She was not coming back. What is this dog doing? What have you found down there? So yes, I hopped onto Facebook. I went into one of my small hunting groups and I said, has anybody got a golden hen? Now, nobody had an adult golden hen, but we did find some pheasant chicks. So we picked up another 2 golden chicks. They're not sex, we don't know if they're boys or girls, but a friend of mine has another 4. And with these 2, I'm thinking out of 6 chicks, there will be at least 1 hen that we can then pair him up to. We weren't going to breed them anymore this year anyway. We were just going to allow her to sit on some eggs. But it's a shame. It's such a shame. I really hoped she would return, and maybe she's still out there somewhere, just living her best life. But she's not coming back here anytime soon. You know, and it got me thinking about why does this always seem to happen, and it does always happen. And it ties to the video that I did the other day about perseverance, because you have to persevere. For context, for example, so I got my sheep last year, my first ever my sheep, and my best ewe got caught in the netting and died. But the outcome of that was I bought another ewe and we ended up having this year's lambs. With the reeves, when we first got into pheasants and first got into reeves, we found a boy, and so we went out. So he was at a friend's, so the boy was living at a friend's, so we went out and we bought a hen. The day after we bought the hen, the boy, who was in a pen with another male, was killed. So then we had one hen. So then we drove all the way to Coventry to pick up a new boy. We brought him home, and then 3 days later the hen died, and then finally we got a hen that lived. So actually we went through, what, 3 birds before we even got our first reeves pair. And now look, we've got 2 unrelated pairs and they're breeding like crazy, which is great. The grey peacock pheasants that we got earlier this year, the cockbird absolutely mullered the hen. She's still at home recovering after almost being scalped. I don't know whether her head's going to ever fully recover from that. The rabbits, I got the rabbits. I wanted to breed them fairly quickly. It took me 1.5 years to actually get babies. So it seems to be a common theme that when we get something new, there's some struggles, and we just have to persevere. So what's happened now, of course, is hello. Oh, lovely, thank you. Thanks for your kisses. I don't know where your tongue's been. So what's happened now is we've got our single cockbird, but we're now going to end up, we've got we're going to get 6, we've got 2 chicks, we're getting another 4 chicks. Okay, calm down. Come here. Sit, sit, sit. Good boy. We also picked up some eggs from the breeder that we bought the chicks from, and he gave us some Lady Amherst eggs as well. So out of the hen disappearing, we're actually going to end up with 6 new golden pheasant chicks, new golden pheasant eggs in the incubator, and Lady Amherst eggs in the incubator. So we're going to be positive. She has gone and she is living her best life, and this is going to continue to succeed. The thing we've really realised as well is that actually this length of aviary isn't sufficient for pheasants. Pheasants are not like chickens, they're flighty birds. So even though I can hand feed our golden pheasant by hand, as soon as I get into his space, he freaks out. In these big aviaries, these are 15 foot long, it's not a problem because you get in and they've got enough space to run down to the other end, and they feel calmer and less flighty and more secure because they've got the space. This, once you're in the door, they really are quite penned in the back, and I think that was part of the issue. They become more flighty, they've got nowhere to hide. So in the future we're going to use longer aviaries for our adult pheasants. We'll probably use this for chicks in the future, and what we're also going to do is we're going to put a lip. We're going to put a wooden lip across here because she ran out. She didn't fly out, she ran out. So I think, especially if we're keeping pheasant chicks, if we put a step over board in here, it will just give a little bit more security. Possibly also a net on the top of these doors that you have to get under first. So if they do fly out, they fly into a net rather than straight off into the farming ether. Shall we check in on the lovely quail? Because that's something that I'm really happy about. The quail that I hatched out have just come in so many beautiful colours. I originally bought 10 new females, and then actually somebody contacted me and they wanted 10 quails. So I resold those 10 quails, but I had eggs, and then I hatched out the eggs. There is a random silky. Hello, sweetheart. What are you doing? Trying to escape me, aren't you? So my original three hens are the white ones. And then what are you so desperate for? You've got food. You've got water. Don't quite know what you want. But we've got some absolutely beautiful ones. I don't really know all the colours. So there is the natural colour variant, which is here. Then we have golden, so I have 2 golden quail. Then we have this one. Look at him, or her I should say. She's beautiful. Then I don't know what this colour variety is, but that's really pretty. What are you doing? And then there's another, well, they're both in here. There's this one, which I think is gorgeous, and then this sort of two-tone one. Again, really pretty. Are you trying to guard them for me? Are you guarding them? Look, there's one over here. Hi. Hello. Look at those little pink feet. So cute. Don't go under there though. So one of the things I'm quite excited about, now the house sale has all gone through as well, is upgrading these. I want to build them an outside pen at the end of the market garden amongst the really tall grass. I know it will be a pain to collect eggs, but I've heard that if you kind of give them a big enough pen and kind of semi-naturalize quail, they actually revert to natural behaviours. So they'll pair up, they'll build a nest, they'll raise eggs, they'll raise their own young. Jock, look, he's stolen that water bottle that I need to take home. Leave it, leave it. Good boy, good boy. Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, Jock. Ah, ah, ah. Jock. Good boy, leave it. The temptation is too much. Good boy. So I want to, so I want to build them a much bigger run in the long grass, get them all outside. As I say, it will be a pain to collect eggs, but maybe not, because maybe if they actually revert to natural behaviours and they start nesting and laying eggs in nests, I can just go around to the nest and pick the eggs out that way. But you saw how when they came out there, they were kind of flapping around and moving their wings. They do want to come out, they do want to have a little flutter around. So that's something I'm going to try and do in the next few weeks. And for now, I'm going to go and rescue that water bottle before he absolutely destroys it.